Hi, my name's Alison Jackson. I'm the Deputy Head here at Longwill School for Deaf Children, and to my left is James, our interpreter. This project is about ensuring that as a signed bilingual school for deaf pupils, we are providing full access for all of our parents to enable them to access any information that we send out in their native language, which is BSL. I think the project's benefited both parents and students. One, because one of the key things that we're trying to do is to raise awareness for pupils' rights, the rights of the child, and we're a rights respecting school. And so what we've tried to do is to enable all of our children to understand what having their rights means. As vulnerable children, it's really difficult or more so, it's really important for us to let them know that they have rights and what those rights are, so that they're not following anybody else, and they are fully aware that they have the right to information, that they have a right to a voice, that they have a right to to good health and housing and all of those things, and they have a right to be free from drugs and all of that. If we don't take if we're not proactive in sharing that information with them, then it just makes it so much easier for somebody else to come along and tell them things that are not true. And so what we do and want to do as a main part of our project is to share the rights of the child, all of the articles, with parents, and the way it's going to benefit both parents and child is that everybody will be able to see it. So our hearing parents will be able to access it, but our deaf parents will definitely have full access to all of that information. I think the benefits for both children and parents is basically that it enables a conversation. It's a conversation starter, and to say that we didn't expect it isn't quite true, because that's what we want. That's the whole purpose of the project, to enable parents and children to have those conversations. I think perhaps the additional benefit in terms of when our deaf colleagues come together and they do a weekly news round, that is quite global. It's going beyond our school. So that was an initiative to enable our children to know when the news is going on, you're at home and all of your family are going, oh no, oh my goodness, what's going on? And there's trauma and there's disaster and everybody's quite affected by it. And then the child says to the parent, what's going on? And they'll get maybe a 2-second answer, a 2-second response. Our team, every week, they will take current affairs, they will share that information, and the children can see this is what it's about, this is what's going on. And I think the benefit that we didn't envisage is that children beyond Longwill School, deaf children beyond Longwill School, can have access to that information.
The signing is on the website, which is good for deaf and hearing parents, so that they can access the information via the website, especially for deaf parents, as some deaf parents cannot read English to a high language, so it means they have full access. Also, when they're at home, it could be hearing or deaf parents, if they want to share this information with their children who are deaf, they can access it via the website and they can see this information. If there wasn't a video that was accessible, deaf children wouldn't be able to look at the information and the parents wouldn't be able to share their views with them. Yes, I would, and that's because it has access for people who sign, and this isn't the only deaf school in the UK. There are plenty of other deaf schools. There are also mainstream schools with deaf resource bases, and those children need access as well. So deaf children have a right, the same right as hearing children, to have access to full information.